First, like we started with Python, like what are the data formats Python supports? First is string. String, what is strings are? What are the text we include within quote, single quote or double quote? Those are all considered as strings. And integer are numbers, like any number, 2 digit, 10 digit, 5 digit, any whole number. Float number is all decimal numbers, like which has a decimal point in it, like decimal values. Booleans are nothing but false. And in string, guys, what we have learned, like what all you remember, like what else we can do with strings? Indexing, slicing. There are okay. Let me give you these details as well, so that there are furthermore methods, guys, which we can implement on string, such as name dot upper. So what upper will do, it will convert all the strings item, whatever the text defined in this variable name, it will convert all words into capital letter, means upper format, uppercase. Same way we can do lower as well. Means all will be, look this one. It is a result of this. Will be in this. And one more method we can use is, there is also a method called title. In data engineering, we use this method sometimes to correct the data in a format. Like for example, sometimes people while filling the applications form and in any applications form, they fill values like this. Some random letters, like sometimes they do mistakes or like lowercase and uppercase. So we sometimes we need the data to be streamlined and structured. So to structure those data, sometimes these methods would be helpful. So now you see. Title will keep this as a title, how actually the word as a title it will represents. So it will just correct all the letters in a standard format. Okay. And rest, as we had discussed, these are something new which I would like to share with you. And okay, and there is one more thing. For example, there sometimes, okay, So the string value is okay. Now let's see how it shows the results. So you see, there are unnecessary empty spaces are there inside this. But if you want to do some matchbacks in the like in organization, we are working on some requirement where we just need to match the words. But if we receive the input word in such a way, then how difference would be input city. Look, you see guys here, where the city names in both the variables are same, Mumbai and Mumbai. But due to human error or like technical error, there might be sometimes an extra spaces we left while filling the form with filling any input values, due to which it is not considering this string as same as this string. Even the words are mentioning same because you see here it is showing me false. Now, if we receive some such kind of errors in our input data, how we can fix it? Dot. There is a method called left strip. Okay, there are three methods in this thing in this situation to deal. First is left strip, right strip, and strip. What strip will do? Strip will fix remove both the extra spaces whatever present in that particular string either at left side or at right side. Okay, now you see how it will show the results. Now you see, show you this as well. Now the input city and output city are showing same results. Why? Because this method has removed the extra spaces present in that string, unnecessary extra spaces. There is one more thing which I would like to show you is now strip, strip will remove all the spaces from left side and right side, but there are sometimes we get extra spaces only at right side. So in this situation, this okay now okay it has city. Now you see. Even I have applied a strip method on this, but it is not supporting, it is not helping it because it will for both the side, right, left and as well as right. But I only want to remove the left side of the extra spaces present at the left side of string. So now how I can do is I'll do left strip means just check for the left side of the string. Okay, now you see. Now it has removed that left side. Same way we can do it on right side as well. Don't worry about the variable names. Variable and I'm just changing it because internally it has saved the previous names. Just to confirm, you see. Now I just want to remove the right side of the string. So here instead left, I'll put R, means right side. Check the right side of the string. Now you see the extra spaces has been removed from it. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Clear.
What else? So this is some methods which supports strings. Yeah, so this is all about string. And after string, what we have learned? We have learned the integer, floats, and all this. And then we have jumped yesterday on list and
Dictionary.
dictionaries. Okay. So list,
Yes, sir.
we see it is a collection of elements which can hold either string as well as integer as well as float as well. So any data format it can hold. Name, city, number, weight. See, it supports all the data format inside it. So this is what list is. Even we can do the slicing and indexing similar way which we used to do in strings. Here also we can perform those activities like indexing from where to where. Means it is just a process of accessing the data, slicing and indexing, how it helps us to process like access data values based on its index values. Okay. Access the last element of list is just by this -1. You remember na, like how those are stored internally starts with 0 index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And similarly, it has also start indexing it from reverse -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Next, how we learned about how we can append value inside list just by applying append method. Then there is additional to that append method called as insert
Insert.
method. Insert will help to allocate a
Next.
position to a to a particular location inside that list for a specific element. So we can store it, remove it at any of the index wherever we want. And now we can also remove the elements from the list just by passing the element name which we want to remove from that particular list. So we can use the remove method. Pop method will help us to remove the specific index element from that list. What this dot pop method, what it will do, guys? What it will remove from the list? Which value it will remove?
Last element.
Yes. So by default, it always remove the last element from that list. And if we specify any particular index, so it will remove that part as well. And as we know, we can also count the total number of element present in the list by a length function, length method. Len, we can pass it our list name. That's how we can extract. And this is also a shortcut to reverse the list. City. Now let's reverse it. Okay. That is started from Delhi, ends with Rajasthan. Now we have reversed. Started from Rajasthan and ends with Delhi. These are all append, remove. Next we jump to dictionaries. Because guys, these are the data types which is really important to know, because whatever the functionality and processing we will do in projects, those are all based on it. So this mostly like in data engineering, we deal with string methods, list and its all the methods as well as dictionaries. In this manner, we mostly receive and deal with the data, because all the libraries present in the Python is to handle the data through either a list or dictionaries mostly, because the online applications data mostly comes in JSON format. So that whatever dictionary you are seeing here, right, it is in like in data format, it is kind of data JSON data it falls into. It is, this one is very simple dictionary, but in real time they are more nested dictionaries, means a dictionary inside dictionary, like that we call it as. Wait, let me show you that. That we call it as a nested dictionary. I'll give you one example for it. How it looks.
Like nested loop.
Nested loop is different. We will cover that today. I'll show you better. Team A. Consider team A is a dictionary. This is one value. Means now you here you understand. In a list, in a dictionary, there is a key which has a list of elements. Means inside that you see here. Now, how can we access only Rajasthan from this? We know there are certain basic methods of dictionary, that is like keys. There is only one key present in this members. Okay, instead members, I'll call it as cities. So there is only one key present inside this dictionary, that is city. Now let's see ellipse. And that specific key has a list of items present in it, means collection of name of cities. Now what I want is to see. Can we do it here this way? Indexing is not working here, right?
No, sir.
But this way, let's see what we can get. Means what we are doing here, we are slicing. Means, for example, we are slicing on that specific key. Okay, you're getting it, guys, what we are doing here. What we have learned in list, we can collect a number of items based on index. So Rajasthan is at 0 index, Mumbai is at first index, Nagpur is at second, third, and fourth. Okay, now if I want to access 0, 1, 2 Nagpur, let's access Nagpur. You see, because first what we have done, we have accessed the city data, city key. So, okay, here you see, if I access only city, it will give the results which city itself holds. Means the key city holding this list value as a value. Now from that value, I just want to access first, second, or third any of the index, any single particular index. Here it shows Agra because I want to fetch the third index present in that value. Same way we can do axis a slice of that particular value 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2, it will exclude 2 always. Okay, last exclude this element. It always, as we have discussed already previously. Are you getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this way, because the complex data in our projects, we have to deal with this because this is very simple examples which I am showing you here. But data, this method and these operations, you really need to understand it very carefully because these are all the functionalities you have to perform in your projects. Because we don't receive data in as simple and flattened format. We have to spend time on it and flatten it. Sometimes we need to flatten and structure it so that we can at least analyze the data clearly. Okay, that's our major role here. So these are your methods which will help you to flatten and structure the data. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So key values and what we have covered. We can also update a new value inside a dictionary like this. Can we try to add one more value in this, guys? Consider it as a now JSON data. Let's call it as a JSON data. Now let's try to add one more value in this JSON data. Let's see first the result of JSON data. JSON data is holding JSON data is a dictionary data type value which holds a city key having values which is holding a collection of cities inside list. Now let's do one thing. Let's add something new in it. Okay. See. What is it? I can actually use
Equal to in place of equal to colon.
no, no, it is not cat error. Oh, okay, okay. Is it happening this way? Sometimes, okay,
और
let's
आपने
just
सैमसंग डॉट अपडेट लगाया है वहां पे नीचे
oh,
डॉट भी है।
oh, variable name. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, now you see, guys. See it in below cell. Now you see, we have at this is called a nested dictionary, nested values. You see how complex data it looks like. And consider if here also you will get one more list. And inside that list, there might be a chance you can get one more list. So you should be able to deal with that level of complexity in data. That's why the slicing, indexes are very important thing to understand either in string list, because these are all methods which allows you to access a particular level of data, like very depth of data. Whatever, however complex it is, you should be able to access each and every single element present in that data. That's why it is very important here, like indexing and slicing those methods to understand. Okay, now you see like now we have two keys. One is chair and one is cities. Okay, these are the two different values. First value is a list and next value is a dictionary. So this way, in real time, we will get this kind of complexities in data. Next we have, yeah, so this way we can access a particular key, particular animal elements of the list. Now, as yesterday we had discussed list, second is but there are certain more data types which is called as tuples and for this sets. The difference between list, okay, how list looks like, guys. Yeah, it is okay. List we defines under this square braces, square braces. Tuples represents in this and set represents in this. What temp is, guys, here? Out of this, what temp is means what data type it is? Temp.
Tuple.
Yeah, correct. So same, there are similar methods in tuple as well. Right. But and now sorry, just a minute, please. Okay. So here, if we already have list, why there is a tuples? You should have that question in mind. Because in tuples, in list, we can do the update method. We can do insert new values in list, correct? But in
Yes.
tuples, we cannot add any new value. Tuples values would be fixed. If I have defined tuple as a temp this, we cannot change these values. So there are only two operations we can do with this is either we can count. Okay, next method is so okay. So in tuple, what we can do is now we have stored certain values. Now what I want to do is I want to see how many twos I have present in my current tuple. So let's see. Wait, let me rerun it. Now there are 3 2 present in that list. Okay. Now if I want to see how many present in this, there are 2 times Aditya is present in that list. So this tuple sometimes we use for data analytics purpose. We don't use it much, but for analyzing data, what we can do is because in list we cannot do this operation dot count. See, is present or not. Okay, now here we can do this, but internal thing is to process the data in tuple is faster than lists. In terms of data processing data in tuple format is faster
Why, sir?
because it takes less memory than list. I'll give you that documentation. And similarly, like tuple, okay, wait. This is a count. Okay, now let's go back to tuple. Now, can we do appendix? You see, tuple object has no attributes append. It means if we have defined this tuple, we cannot update values here. We cannot change. But list is a data type which allows us to do a data modification present in that list. Present in that list, what are the elements present in that list? We can do the modification on it. But tuples, we don't allow to do that because of those certain limited features. Tuple is storing lesser memory. Okay, you understand this is supporting more methods, means it has designed for more functionalities than tuple. So tuple is for limited functionalities. That's why tuple is a less memory processing data type. Because in interview they will ask sometimes it we will face the questions like which data type is faster to process. What will you do if you have a list of elements when you don't need to do any modifications, you just have to process it. So in that case, you can say, sir, we can convert that list into tuple for improvising our performance and the processing speed. Then they will ask like why it is, because it is less memory, it occupies less memory. That's why it is faster to process. Next, okay, in index, we can see what is the index. Let's see. Next method is index method. It will show us if you want to identify index value of any element present in this tuple. The index value of 7 is 0, 1, 2, 3. Correct? We have got the output 3. It will now we have 2 presents at 0 index, fourth, third, 3, 4, fifth index and sixth index. But this method will only search for first. What if I do this? It will give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give the results of this. And if I pass again one more, what is not in list. Means we can limit from here to here. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the next one, which is sets. It it is similar. It looks similar to dictionary, but here we cannot define values as a key value. But if we define a value as a key value, it will be it will consider as dictionary, not as a set. One more good feature of this I'll show you is, let's compare this with I'll create a temporary list for you. Okay. Here to explain what set is better, how to differentiate sets. Let's consider these elements. Okay. Okay, so here we have what we have, guys. List having these are elements. Okay. Now let's create a set with the same elements. Let's see what we get. You see any difference, guys? Output? A difference between list and set? Can you see? We have passed the same values in that elements in that list. Sorry, the elements which are present in that list we have defined same in that set to consider these all values as a set value. What
यूनिक
difference
वैल्यू
you
दे
can
रही
see it here?
सर जो सेट है यूनिक वैल्यू दे रहा है और जो
Correct. So the difference between this and this is it didn't hold any duplicates value. So means, for example, in real time, if we have a list has a multiple duplicates record gets stored in it. Okay. From an applications, the data has stored sometimes duplicate, many times it has repeatedly inserted same data. So now We cannot go and check how many duplicates and one by one, and we'll remove it just by doing pop, pop, pop. Okay. So in that case, what we can do, we simply can convert this list into set to eliminate all the duplicates value present in that list, and we will get only unique records present in that particular list. Okay. Now you got the difference between list and sets.
Yes, sir.
And cover what are the agendas today? Okay, just give me a last heads up here. Okay, so what is this guys here? Okay, so what is this? What is name here, guys? What is name, age, weight, temp? What is name? What is name and what it holds?
This name is variable and
Hmm.
Aditya hold the value.
Okay, name, yeah, correct. Name is a variable and Aditya is a value. What is Aditya? What data format it is?
String.
String. Okay, nice. And similarly, age is a variable name which is holding a value 21, and 21 is an integer data format, data type. Okay. So similarly, this what is weight? What is the value of what is the type of weight?
Float.
And temp one is what? Temp is what? This one? List. And temp one is
Is also
temp one is
temp one is a set.
yes, because it holds only unique values.
Unique value.
Because this way also, guys, they will interview, will ask you, it will give you something like this and ask you, tell me what is this. then you should be able to answer this kind of question as well, sir. This is tip. Up now, same is similarly, he will ask you why it is set. Can we convert this as a set? Can we keep it like this? Can we say it is also a set?
No, sir.
Why?
Because in big relation we are stored tables.
No, why can't we say this temp as a set? Because it is also defined in curly braces, right? Like set, how
It
set,
holds duplicate values.
correct. So this kind of answers they will expect because these are the fundamentals of it. So this way you can say because it is holding a duplicate value, sir, we cannot say it is a set, but we can consider it as a list if we define it as a square braces. And this is what? This is, guys, temp 2 is
Tuple.
tuple. Okay, can we add, guys, one more element in this? Can we do any modification in if I want to modify temp 2 with I will want to replace 2 with 4. Can we do that?
No,
Why? We can
because
do
tuple
in this.
cannot be modified.
Okay, correct. Because tuples are not designed for any data modifications once it has defined. And temp 3 is stationary, correct? Now, guys, we will jump into loop, while loop, for loop. Let me give you this. Okay, so while loop, it means there we will rotate a chain. While loop is just we use to define a statement will be true until this equation is satisfied. This condition is satisfied. While in any operation, we will define it to run. For example, you remember we in a fuel station we go and we will ask him to fill a petrol of 500, just for an example. So that guy, he will just put the fuel in it till the machine gets stopped. So in that condition, how that condition work is, he entered the input value 500. Okay. So in that case, machine is running until it reaches to a condition where machine gets turned off when runtime equals to input. Means runtime amount. means amount equals to input, means until unless it reach to 500, machine will keep filling the petrol in your vehicle. Is it easy? Is that example easy to understand, guys? Because this is something like real time example for a while loop to say. Here, what it is. Will keep printing value. Now see here. Examples, please. Now, while loop will, it is similar to the same structure, same example I gave. While loop will keep running until unless number is 3. We have to stop the execution. Hmm. Because here I have to apply this to stop the loop, or else it will keep running while loop, because until unless there is this equation is satisfied, means lesser than 3. If it is lesser than 0, it won't run, it won't give any result. You know how this cell has continuing its execution because number is 0, which is lesser than the amount we have defined here. Let's start. Okay, I'll start first. For loop first will be easier. For loop. How for loop will helps us. For loop is a function, like is a predefined looping condition where which we can define it in a range of certain range. Means I want to perform certain actions till certain range. So I have a list which has certain values in it. Now you see. So we can get a specific values if I want to apply, for example. You remember in will be complex size. We want to apply any transformations on each elements. Okay, same transformation. For example, if I want to apply something like this in a set in each element present in that particular list. Okay, how I want to do is I want to create a new list based on the fruit list. I want to create a new list where all fruits should be in uppercase. So do we have any particular methods which will allow us to do this transformation in this list, guys? Whatever the methods we have learned so far in list, is there any method we have shown? We have seen like, is it append, pop, remove, something like that, which will help us to update all the elements in uppercase. So in this kind of scenarios where we want to apply transformations on each elements, then we do go for loop. Sorry. Means what it will do for X, we can say X or I or anything we can call it as, because this term after 4, it will be each element. This, 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 this. Consider means index, each index. Each index means each value present in that list. Okay, guys. Which list? Fruit list. First, let's see print. Is this part clear, guys? This portion and this portion and this results. Any questions on this, guys? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So now we just have seen, we just apply a for loop on fruit, a list which is called as fruits. So what it will do, it will give us each of the elements one by one, so that we can do any operation on each element because it will come one by one. Okay, each index. Okay, each index. We can also refer it as any character, we can define it as A. Now I want to do, let's create an empty list. Okay, it's instead empty list. Parent I means I refer to index. Okay. You see, guys, what we have done here. We have stored these values as a upper value in a new list. You get it, guys? How we have applied transformation of on each elements.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Let's go. So here you see, guys, now I have defined a variable called count whose value is 0. Okay. So while count, the value of variable count is lesser than 3, we will keep performing this action. Means until unless this count will reach to 3, we will adding one by one. We'll just do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 till it reach to 3. Now you see, while means till then, until then. Why it has stopped running here? Because now you see, first time it was 0, it has printed 0, the value. The value of input is here. It has reached, look, first it has gone to, first the value of input is 0. While loops check the value of input, it is 0, which is actually less than 0, less than 3. It has performed this action that do a print statement and show me the value of current value of input. So and similar and parallelly, it will add one more value. It will update the value by 1. You see, plus equals to 1 means equal to plus 1. How it will do? Okay. Equal to means 1. Input value will turn to 1 after this iteration. But now I want to keep updating it by 1. Instead doing it 3 times, I'll pass the value until it reach to this condition where it should be keep it with where it should stop itself. Instead I pass a new value in it. Okay. So that's, if I do this, if I 5, if I do 6, it will keep adding the value in it until it reach to this condition lesser than 6. Clear, guys? Because for loop is most important in our day-to-day work, because we will apply this kind of operations like appending. It is just a sample I have given you, but based on requirement, we have to perform such kind of requirement, such kind of actions and in our day-to-day work. We can do upper, any method we can do. Like this title. If I do a title, Is it clear, guys? Any doubt, any questions, any confusion, please ask.
No.
Okay, now let's see conditioning, how we can define conditions here. If else conditions. For example, if there is situations where I want to check the value of fruit of a of a word of an input name. So there is some output which I want to get only if the input is apple. Okay, so here how we can do that? If input name double equals to, in while we do any cross check with any check or compare two variables, right guys? So in that case we have to do this operation double equals to. Double equals to, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, or plus 1. Any incremental we have to do in a present variable. Through this we can do that. Equal to and not equal to. Not equal to. Less than equal to. And this one is greater than, this one is less than, this is greater than.
डिक्रीमेंट के लिए सर
हाँ,
डिक्रीमेंट के लिए
डिक्रीमेंट के लिए ओके. सेम. Iteration means one cycle. These are usually used in loops where we do decremental type, decremental operations. Okay, so here our until unless input value equals to equals to apple. If input value, you see the syntax are very important guys to here to mention it this way. If always ends with if, else, loops. Where is loops? You see. colons. These are all ends with colons. We cannot end with semicolon like this. It will fail. You see, it shows the error as well, highlighted at. Now let's fix it. How we can fix it this way? Sometimes in interview also this they will ask, identify the error in this. Why it is not working? Why you think it won't? This code will not work? Is they will just ask you to review a code as well, like a small code they will give and they'll just ask you to review it. Identify what are the errors in it. Sometimes commas are missing in one quote is missing like this. If input name is Apple parent, yes, we have that present. For example, customer is doing any uh, ordering online and he's just checked like in our search box he entered in our online website he entered is fruits are available. You know, in our like Zepto and Blinkit, we just search Apple, so they will recommend certain list, right? List of shops from where restaurants we can buy Apple or any particular dish. Else, print, sorry, out of stock. Let's take out from here. Customer input. Currently in our shop, we only have apples present. Okay, guys. Apart from apple, if customer is ordering for any other fruit, we have to tell them, sorry, we are out of stock. Okay. So let's see. Yes, we have. Now let's see if customer is trying to search for orange. Let's run this. Now next, run this. As we don't have order in our stock, we will giving, sorry, we are out of stock. You got this conditioning thing, guys? How and where we can use if else
Yes, sir.
condition?
Yes, sir.
We can do it 3 times as well. How we can do orange or cherry. If customer has ordered for orange, if condition we can do multiple times, else condition is the last condition which ends with this conditioning thing. Okay. Means multiple times we can do if else, if condition we can define, else is just beyond that. Okay. Alright. Gee. Sorry, yes, we have Apple. Okay. Now you see customer is ordering for cherry, is looking for cherry. Do we have cherry in our stock? Oh yeah, we have cherry in stock. Now customer is searching for banana. Next is, oh, banana is out of stock. You got this, guys? Any doubt, any confusion here?
No.
Hmm. Let's take one more example of now, for example, let's consider we have an alcohol shop. Okay. And as per government rules, the to sell customers above 18 and below 60. This is our condition, guys. Okay. So here what we need to do before selling any product, we just have to check the age eligibility of that customer first. So here, if customer age is less than equals to 18, sorry, less than 80 only, 18. Print sorry, not eligible to purchase. Next, if you are too young. Okay, guys. So here you tell me now this part you understand what conditions we have defined here. This is what our criteria. Let's see. 20. As per government law, the customer is of age 20 is eligible to purchase. Please proceed. Okay. Now, if the customer is of age 16 and he is trying to purchase, sorry, not eligible to purchase, You are too young. And the similar way, if any senior person of age 62 is trying to purchase, not allowed to purchase. You see how conditioning is helping is to identify customer. Are they eligible or not?
But if the age are 18, then what is the output?
Okay, we have if it is 18 because 18 is eligible, right?
Not allowed, sir.
Wait.
Because
Greater than equal to sorry, yeah. Good observation. Now you see. Got it, guys. So this way they will ask you to identify why it is not running a condition. You got it. Okay. So this
okay,
way.
sir.
So this is about if else condition, if else condition. Even there are multiple conditions, then we use else or else. If just one or two conditions means if this or this or this, then we only use this one, if else. Here we can use either this way and this way as well. And even defining, we can also or condition instead. Instead this, we can also do this. What we are doing here? Why it is not supporting? Oh, okay, multiple conditions. Okay, got it. Yeah, so the guys, we have to do same variable we cannot do in this. See guys, multiple conditions cannot be
Multiple variables, sir. Customer input
same variable cannot be. But it should have been, let's see. Okay, so it means same variable cannot be used. In if condition, guys, multiple condition we can perform in just one line, but make sure the variable should be different. Let's see. It's confirmed. Oh, okay. So multiple variables are not supported here. Got it. So in this way, in this situation, if we want just to check multiple condition, either we go for ELF or we can define this way as well. In this situation, because customer is asking for banana, and as we don't have banana in stock, so our code will return, sorry, we are out of stock. Okay, guys, any doubt, any confusion here? Any questions? So, okay, I will give you
No,
this.
sir.
Okay, then. So I'll give you the notes for what we have learned today. And I suggest you take time and do practice on your own. What we have learned yesterday as well as today will be good to do more practice. Because once we start the actual data engineering part, that time these all methods should be very handy with you. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then. See you
Any
next week,
assignment?
guys.
Any assignment?
Okay. Any assignments? Okay, I'll give you some practice code. Well, what I'll do, I'll give you some practice code. Whatever the note in notes, I will mention some new task. You'll try to do that. So yesterday, what I
Okay.
have shared with you, have you guys tried to do it on your own?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. I will give you some new notes, new code today to practice it on your own. Then you try it out then. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. See you next
Okay.
week then.
Thank you,
Guys,
sir.
next week I won't be there. Next week and means for next 2 weeks. So Rajneesh would be there. He will teach you on Git and I think Git and SQL part. He will take care of for next 2 weeks. Then I'll be back on 27. We will start with Python and Panda. Some libraries we will start to learn. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Cool. Okay then. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.